Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, not in our studios at the Capital Region International Airport, but Jeffrey is. Jeff Mosier in the background there, making sure this all gets out to all of you. We are going to stay in mid-Michigan right now because we have a new celebrity in town, so to speak. Anne-Marie Creed, she is the newly named president of the University of Michigan Health-Sparrow, and congratulations on the job. And Anne-Marie, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And
well, it's good to have you here. It is very good to have you here. And assuming you're very enthused about what's going on, we're going to get a little deeper into that. Give us a little bit of your background.
Sure. So my background. So first of all, I am a Michigander, born and raised in the state of Michigan. I was born and raised in the east side of Detroit. And to be perfectly honest, spent most of my time, in Detroit and working in Detroit. My career has, for the most part, been in the city of Detroit, working at Henry Ford Detroit Hospital. I have 3 children, all of whom went to Michigan State. So again, very much implanted within the state of Michigan.
Well, you landed right in a green area, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely.
Okay. We understand you start your role May 19th. Congratulations on your what are you doing in the transition period here?
Working. So I'm still absolutely working for Henry Ford at this point in time. So
okay. So your roles in healthcare prepared you pretty well for this position, I would imagine. Give me a little bit about those positions.
Sure. So currently I am with Henry Ford Health, as I've mentioned a couple of times, and I am the system vice president of our System Capacity Command Center. And so just for the audience, what does that mean? Essentially, I manage and monitor essentially patient flow throughout the entire system of Henry Ford. So all transfers coming into Henry Ford Health System, as well as patient bed placement, emergency room bed placement, et cetera. So I pretty much have my finger on the pulse of the system as it relates to patient flow. So I've been in this position for about 3.5 years. And as well, with this position, I've also created a lot of opportunities and innovation for Henry Ford Health as it relates to staffing, and that as we've essentially created our virtual sitter program, virtual nursing program, and virtual ICU program, all for Henry Ford. So again, really trying to look at how we can bring innovation to Henry Ford as well. Prior to that, I've been VP of operations, so I'm very much embedded into operations. Have been VP of operations at Henry Ford Detroit, as I mentioned, as well as VP of operations at Henry Ford Wyandotte. So I certainly have both an acute urban hospital background as well as a community hospital background. As well as multiple other positions. I've been my career. I've had both ambulatory as well as inpatient experience. So certainly been in healthcare my entire life.
The operational part obviously is one of the most important things that any system works on. That also, though, gives you a good insight into kind of the customer service aspect of this.
Yes, absolutely. So absolutely, certainly customer service and employees. Many health systems across the country have struggled with staffing, over the last couple of years since COVID. So really keeping an eye on our staff has been very important. But certainly as far as patient experience as well. So that also has been very important.
So what drew you to this position at U of M Health-Sparrow?
Yeah. So what drew me to this position? Number one, it is an opportunity for me to lead really a site, a system, and as well, still staying within the state of Michigan. My goal really at this point is to stay, within Michigan. Still have tons of Michigan ties, Michigan family ties, et cetera. So really wanted to stay, within the state of Michigan. I could have gone someplace else, but really wanted to stay, as I said, close by. So as far as Sparrow specifically, again, I think the integration with the Michigan medicine, it really is something that I'm very interested in, having some of that support and backbone, but also having that community feel with Sparrow itself and being able to manage and support both the Lansing community, Michigan State community, as well as, the mid-Michigan community.
So I know about presidents of hospitals. I was actually on the board for 4 years that you're coming to. you wind up getting on a lot of committees, right? And you get involved in the community, which this hospital has been famous for. Tell me about that and the transition from where you're at and the committees you're on, and are you going to be able to maintain some of those?
So I'm on multiple committees, within Henry Ford Health System itself. As far as the community, of Detroit, I've been on the board of the Southeast Michigan Regional Board. So I've been on other, regional boards and that myself, but as far as other committees, most of them, to be really honest, have been within Henry Ford Health System. So most of those are going to be going away, as well as, to be honest, my role in the Southeast Michigan Board will go away since I'm going to be stepping away from Southeast Michigan.
Well, rest assured, we will fill that time void.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure.
Well, great to have you on. Welcome aboard. Congratulations, Anne Marie Creed, newly named president of the University of Michigan Health-Sparrow, right here in Lansing, Michigan. We'll look forward to having you on multiple times in the future.
Great. Look forward to it. All right. Really appreciate your time, everyone. Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Really are.
Right.
You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. Stick around. We've got more.